I'm going to be showing you the makeup look that I do every time I need to step out. It's not my everyday makeup. This is the makeup that I do when I want to look a little more than just every day. So let's get started. In the day, I'm usually wearing a sunscreen, so I don't prep my skin. But if I'm prepping my skin for the night, I use the Embryolaze moisturizer most of the time. And I'm just going to apply this on my face. This is excellent under makeup. This holds everything in place. Great for the base. And I use two types of primers. I use the Benefit Professional or any pore minimizing primer around my nose because that's where I mostly have pores or blackheads. And basically I need like more of a matte texture, and I take it up to my forehead and the chin area. I then use another type of primer for the rest of my face, and this is the NARS Radiance Primer. It can be any primer, honestly. Sometimes I also use the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter because I like a little more glow to my face. I don't like it being very matte. So I take this primer over here. I don't know primers से honestly कितना फर्क पड़ता है, especially glowy primers, because I do need to put highlighter later. But I guess this is more for some mental satisfaction. Not sure if it really impacts the overall result a lot, like maybe a subtle difference here and there. Now coming to concealing, this is my holy grail concealer, the Dior Backstage. I think this is discontinued. I don't find it anymore. But if you want to get it, and if you can get it near you, this is incredible. I've just started trying this T-Fit concealer, which I got in Korea. This is also really good. I'm going to use this today. It has some peach corrector, some yellow, some white. So a mix of everything, and I'm just going to mix it all and apply it. The brush that I have is this one by PAC. The number is gone, so I'm not really sure what the number is, but I'm going to take a little bit of the peach first and just apply it under my eyes. I don't have very dark circles, but I do have I have the sunken eyes, and I need to kind of take care of that. Sometimes if I'm lazy, I'll just stick my foundation under my eyes and skip concealer, but that doesn't always work. You need a separate concealer under your eyes mostly. And you know, for many years I did not use any foundation, just a concealer for several years, because I used to feel, especially when I was younger, I guess I honestly didn't really have much problematic skin, so concealer was enough for me. Now as I'm getting older, I feel thoda foundation, you know, is is a little more comforting for me and gives me a little more confidence. But yeah, so this is pretty much the concealer I'm applying now. After foundation, if I feel I need more concealer, I'll go over it. Now for foundation, what I use most days is the Smashbox Halo. My shade is light neutral. As you can see, I've used the heck out of this. This is literally the most natural skin kind of skin tint. If you like your skin but better, this is incredible. Sometimes I just use a tinted sunscreen like the Dot & Key one or this Clinique one. So tinted sunscreens, tinted moisturizers are more my thing. But I also got this cushion foundation again from the same brand, T-Fit. They're actually given us a lot of products when we were in Korea, and I was quite impressed by them. Not sponsored, but I was really impressed. And such bono to I've never used a cushion foundation. I didn't even buy the tier one because I don't like full coverage foundations. But this one, it's very natural. I'm gonna show you. And the shade match was actually incredible, which is why I think I've loved it so much. You can't tell that I have a foundation on. I hope I'm applying this right, because I've never used a cushion foundation before. I don't know if you can even see, because the shade match is so bang on that I feel it's literally blending into my skin. Do you see that? This is my skin, and this is where I've applied the foundation. I think this is available in India. I saw it on Nykaa. I think the exact variant is not. It's like a white packaging that I saw, but it looked very similar. And if you like a finish like I do, which is very natural, very no makeup types, It's not like, I wouldn't call it full coverage sort of foundation, but I wouldn't call it like me. I wouldn't say it's low. I would say it's medium coverage. So you see, and you see, I've also taken it under my eyes a little because I feel like it matches the rest of my face. This is what I do most days, and this is, what my base is like. That is the base makeup. So now I use two types of blushes. I use a liquid blush and then a powder blush. I have realized, एक तो to be honest मेरे पास बहुत सारे blushes है. Thanks to my job I get a lot of PR. I'm also buying a lot because I review so many products. Does everyone need so many blushes? Probably not. Right now I'm going to be using this K Beauty one because I have loved this blush and I'm going to apply it directly. So I'm just going to apply the blush. Just giving you a heads up, all the makeup, मैं कोई makeup pro नहीं हूँ. I just kind of go with the flow. So my blush placement could be totally wrong. My application techniques could be totally wrong. Bear with me, and I'm sure many of you know better makeup than I do. So you see, it's a beautiful color and it's a very sheer, dewy type of a blush. Then I go in with a cream contour. This is also on days when I am not in a hurry. This is the Rare Beauty one. So I take it on my forehead, on cheekbones. So I blend. This is a Mars 4-in-1 brush, by the way. I've talked about this before. Incredible value for money. I can tell मैंने काफी ज़्यादा bronzer लगा दिया है. So I'm just gonna take my time and blend it. Okay, I finally blended it. थोड़ा better लग रहा है. I go in with powder, and the only powder I use is the Charlotte Tilbury one. पता है मैं बहुत साल powder use ही नहीं करती थी because I feel बड़े geeky होते हैं powders. I don't want my skin to look geeky, but this powder changed that for me. It's a very fine milled powder, and I'm using the Pack Pizza Powder Puff, and I just dab, 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 taking a little extra on the inner corners because that's where my concealer will crease because I have some fine lines there, and I'm applying it on the centers of my face. Brows मैं हर रोज करती हूँ. हर रोज मतलब even if I'm like going out for half an hour, I like my brows to be in place, and I'm using this Benefit Precisely Brow. This is also one of the most used or only eyebrow pencil that I use. Another incredible product for the brows is the Benefit Precisely Brow. What is it? Gel brow wax. I sometimes just use this pencil को मैं फिर use ही नहीं करती, but today I'm going to show you both products. If you are somebody who struggles with the pencil, prefers gel because it's just easier, this is terrific. It's a little expensive for a brow product, not gonna lie, but really high quality. I've tried other brow products, but I don't get a natural brow with them. Like either it's too obvious or it kind of spreads everywhere. Somehow I feel like this ticks all the boxes for me. I'm gonna go in with powder bronzer. ये 100% expired है. ये मैं शायद 3 साल से यूज कर रही हूँ. टैन हो गया है और ये मुझे फट गया है, पर I'm still using it because again I really like it's a very natural bronzer. This is the Hoola Benefit. काफी popular है. फेंक देना चाहिए मुझे, पर फिर नया खरीदना पड़ेगा और नया मेरे ख्याल से 2-3 हज़ार का है. So don't be me. Thinking out loud. And then I'm using the Simply Nam Soul Sister Velvet Cream Magic Blush. I've only used this 2 times. This is not like my OG product or anything, but it is an incredible product. I've never used a purple blush. The sight of it scares me. But this looks so pretty, especially if you have medium skin. Oh my god. What I like about this is, you see, I've tapped the product and I apply it. भर भर के blush नहीं आ रहा. Like, I am so done with over pigmented blushes which you have to keep blending and blending and blending. I want something that's not too much, and this is the right amount of color. This goes from cream to powder. It doesn't come in the way of your powder products at all. On camera, it looks like it kuch bhi nahi dikh raha, but in real, I promise you, the pigment is just perfect. And I'm just gonna apply a little extra so that you can see what I am talking about. I love the color. A little bit on the centers with this trick. Actually, Ankush taught me when he did my makeup. If you haven't seen that video, go watch it. And I think it really works. I apply the blush just a little over here. It just looks more put together, if you know what I mean. Now for eyes, I don't always use eyeshadow. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I just take this the bronzer and put on my eyes. But क्योंकि आज हम एक YouTube वीडियो कर रहे हैं तो थोड़ा सा एक्स्ट्रा करते हैं. This is the Armani liquid cream eyeshadow, whatever you want to call it. I think this is now in India. I saw it on Nykaa, I think. This is their brown shade. नाम मिट चुका है, so I will write the name in the description. And this is a cream to powder eyeshadow. ये जब मैंने देखी, I think I saw it on some international creators feed. ये मैंने कहा ये तो बहुत ही अच्छी चीज़ है यार, because I hate blending eyeshadows. I'm terrible at it. I always make a mess of eyeshadows on my eyes. तो मैं तो अब डरती हूँ भाई eyeshadow से. I admire people who do those pretty glittery eyes, but my eyes look like crap. So you see, it's a very natural brown shade. If I want to intensify it, I just apply a little more of the same bronzer that I used on my face, on the eye. It also kind of sets this in place. And then I take the same brown eyeshadow or bronzer and apply it on my bottom lash line just a little. This is the Shoe Mera eyelash curler, and you can use any eyelash curler. I saw this one being very popular years ago, और मैं सालों से यही वाला use कर रही हूँ. I always curl my lashes. Yes, always. It makes a big difference. And I use two mascaras. At least right now I'm using two mascaras. One is this Benefit Bounce. The other is this Clinique High Impact. Honestly, this on its own is extremely good. I'm going to apply this first. मेरा मुंह खुलेगा, so I'm going to fast forward this way. I don't have very thick lashes, but I do have long lashes. थोड़ा सा on the bottom lashes. अब मैं लगाती हूँ highlighter. The one that I usually use is this Iconic Illuminator. And you know, this came in PR बहुत टाइम पहले. And I was like, हाँ ठीक है, कर लेंगे, try कर लेंगे. और एक दिन मैंने ट्राई करा और मेरा माइंड ब्लो हो गया. एंड आप देखोगे अभी कि क्यों मेरा माइंड ब्लो हो गया. दिस इज द मोस्ट सटल एंड येट शाइनी, नो चंकी पार्टिकल्स, वेरी ड्यूई हाइलाइटर. एक्चुअली कैमरा पे इतना ड्यूई नहीं लग रहा, बट मैं क्या बताऊँ, एवरी टाइम आई वेयर दिस हाइलाइटर पीपल आर लाइक, हे व्हाट आर यू वेयरिंग, हे व्हाट आर यू वेयरिंग. So I love it. Sometimes I just say like, oh, I'm not wearing any highlighter. It's just my natural skin is glowing. Well, obviously nobody buys that because किसी की भी skin ऐसे glow नहीं करती. But anyway, it's fun to have banter sometimes. I feel like this liquid highlighter is best blended with fingers. That's what my face looks like. I think only lip is left, so let's do the lip. Of course, for the lip, I keep changing, I keep trying new lip products, but what doesn't change is the lip liner. I use the Huda Beauty lip liners all the time. They are the best lip liners. इनको sharpen भी नहीं करना पड़ता because they are retractable, and I just hate sharpening lip liners. You're in a hurry and then you realize कि sharpener लेके तुम्हें ऐसे ऐसे करना, then you wait for it and then you put your lip liner. I have no patience. This is the shade Pinky Brown, and the shade that I use the most is actually Terracotta. It's a brown shade. Let me show you. I take it a little over my lip line. By over I mean अंदर की तरफ, not बाहर की तरफ. I would say until 2 years ago, I didn't even use a lip liner because I felt they're a waste of money. And then I realized that कितने game changer होते हैं. They change your lip look. And for the lips, I'm using today the MAC Mull It Over. You know, I have maybe 500 lipsticks, and if I finish a lipstick and this is almost finished, that says something. That means I love a lipstick. This is incredible. A beautiful peachy pink color. It lights up my face. I love it. I don't like a very out there color, so I dab it. Halka sa. In a few minutes, it will fade a little. This is not long lasting, by the way. You have to reapply it, but it's very, very pretty. I like my makeup to be a little on the peachier side, on the pinky peach side. It's not very nude. It has a little bit of color because I feel I look more awake, more bright with some color. If I'm experimental, I might apply some lip gloss on top. I'm just gonna apply some lip gloss, balm, whatever on top. The reason I don't always use a lip balm is because I kiss my son a lot on his cheek and it transfers. But I feel a gloss obviously enhances the lips big time. But yeah, that's exactly what I do on a regular basis. The makeup is very glowy, it's very dewy, it's very natural at the same time, has hints of coral. I'm not perfect at makeup, so feel free to give me your 2 cents on my makeup skills because I agree they're not excellent. But this is what works for me, and I hope this inspires you. Maybe you like a product here and there, maybe you like the way I do my makeup. Maybe you're just watching it for fun, whatever that is. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do like and subscribe for more such content and see you soon. Bye.